Welcome back and good morning. I'm just leaving the trailhead, Picketpost. MJ's just dropped me off. If you watched my last video, you'll know that I ended up going into Superior. I wasn't going to, but I did because of how hot that day had been yesterday and how drained I was with the heat. So MJ came, picked me up, bless her. I spent the night at MJ's, and guess who was there? These two again. Kez and Eva. So I spent the night with them. We've just been dropped off by MJ again. What a fantastic stop that was. She's helped over 2,000 hikers, as MJ. Picks you up at the trailhead, drops you back off, takes you around town, resupply if that's what you need. What a trail angel, brilliant. Absolutely fantastic. This is my view now, look. Look at that big boy up there. Right, I'm gonna have to get off for a bit because it's not exactly clear. This trail's going off all over here. And I need to make sure I'm on the right one. There's a good look back into the Superstition Wilderness. See that mountain on the left hand side, that Superstition Mountain, that pointy bit, that's Weaver's Needle. And coming round, we've got, as usual, Picketpost Mountain. And then if you can just see in the distance, those buildings, that's Superior where I stayed last night. And those mountains just to the right of there, that's Apache Leap. Forgive the wind. Oops. Okay, today, this section, I've left Superior and MJ's this morning, as you know. I'm now heading for Kearny. I should be there sometime tomorrow. I don't know the exact, it's about another 40 miles, 30 odd miles, something like that. But I've only got about another 8 miles to go to the rain collector where I camped 3 years ago. Get some water from there. I won't need much. And then it's pretty much all downhill down to the Gila River, so I've no set distance that I'm looking at. I'm just going to keep going. One disappointing fact this morning, I don't have a phone signal now, and I won't have a phone signal till I get to work, Kelvin probably. I've tried about at least 12-14 times to ring the General Kearny Inn up to book a room for tomorrow and Thursday, because I've got to go into Kearny. And nobody's picked the damn phone up yet. So if I get to Kearny tomorrow and it's full, I don't know what I'm going to do. Because like I said, I've got to go in. I've got to send a resupply box, like I mentioned earlier, to Colossal Cave. And I need to resupply to get me to Oracle. Yeah. Oh, it's going to be, depending what app you look at, between 30 and 34 degrees today, which is even hotter than what it was yesterday. But I have got a 14-mile-an-hour wind, which you can probably pick up. Well, yesterday I didn't have bugger all. So we'll see how it goes. Probably see you at the rainwater collector. Oops. Yep. And it is getting warm, but like I say, that wind's up, so it's really helping. But the beauty of the rest of today is it's nearly all downhill with some gorgeous views as well. Hey, that is where I camped 3 years ago. And I'm going to see, I have got enough water on me if I'm honest. But it's obviously it's getting warm, I'm hoping it's going to be colder. But we're going to see. Let's see if it's colder than what I've already got. There's a tank round the back, that is very cold. Not really. I think I might take it out of that tank round the back. That's colder. Yeah, I think I want to swim for that there. This is where I camped, what, 2 years ago when I did the Grand Enchantment Trail. My tent pegs would not go in, so I used stone same as other people have done, look. And this was the view that I woke up to in the morning. Beautiful. And that's where I'm heading, right out there. But bit to the left. Well, hello. I'm not quite sure what. Well, you're a turtle of some sort, I'm guessing. Tortoise. I thought you guys needed to be near water. Hell. Ain't no water around here, brother. Right, I'm about 20 miles. Well, I'm just over 20 mile in for the day. I'm about just short of a mile to get to the Gila River, which will be the end of this down climb. So that'll be around 21 mile. And I'm looking to do another, I don't know, 3 or 4 maybe. Maybe do a bit of headlight hiking. Because the shorter day I've got tomorrow to get into Kearny, I don't know if I've already told you, I've got 2 nights booked at the General Kearny Inn. Tomorrow night and Thursday night. So the earlier I'm there tomorrow, because I've got a lot to do, I've got a lot of chores to run, I've got a resupply box to send to Colossal Cave, I've got a good bit of work. The better I'll be. But once I get the Kelvin Trailhead, obviously I've got to try and get to Kearny, which is 7 mile. I'm hoping I've got a signal I can give Gary a ring, and Gary still provides shuttles. I won't know well tomorrow. I can't talk much for much longer because my mouth's just drying up. Yeah, I can't. It's been so hot today. And I'm actually walking in shade for a change, and it's about 4:30. Whew. And it's dark at 5:45. Right. And there is the Arizona Trail low point, 1,646 feet. Yeah, I know how it feels. Good camping round here though, guys, look at this. Problem is I want to get another couple of miles in, as usual. My first view of the Gila this trip. That does not look like any sort of water you want to be drinking, does it? But trust me, if that's colder than what I've got on me, and I can't see how it won't be, I'm having some. Another couple of miles, the trail goes quite close to it, and I'm going to stop. I'm probably going to stop there for the night, which will be about 23 mile, I think. But I'll see when I get there. Okay, I don't know how much you can see. Probably very little. But about 20 foot down there at the end of my feet, there's the river, bit of a drop down. I've just been in skinny dip, that's how hot I was. And I'm just cowboy camping, look. Yeah, this is me. I'm just going to have another drink, and then I'm going to go to bed, hopefully. See you in the morning. Well, good morning. Excuse the wind. What a lovely view. Right. I've been up. Just a minute. I've been up since 4 o'clock. It's just about nearly 6 maybe. What's going on here? I do apologise for that. I don't know what went off then, and I still don't. Well, I apologise for that last clip. I don't know what happened. So I don't know what's been recorded. Anyway, I'll start from the beginning. I got up at 4 this morning. It's about 10 to 6. I've got 3.5 miles in, which I'm really happy with. Which leaves me around 9 to get to the Kelvin Trailhead, But I hope to be able to get in touch with Gary. If not, I'll walk the mile to the highway and then hitch the 6 mile into Kearny. I'm hoping to be there for 12 o'clock, where I've got 2 nights booked at the General Kearny Inn. That wind's picking up. And I've mentioned Gary a few times. He's a trail angel out of Kearny. He used to own the pizza restaurant that his daughter now runs. But I'd just like to retell this cool story about him, just to give you an idea of what he's like. This is a story I told when I was on the Grand Enchantment Trail about Gary, so rather than me repeat it here, just watch this little clip. When I told you the story about me thinking my phone was broke, well, I managed to get back. That lovely lady picked me up from the water source, took me through to Kearny, where Jodie fixed it. Well, she didn't fix it, but she found out the solution to it. So as we're going back with Mo in the car, there was 3 of us, me and the 2 bikers I told you about. We got back to where I was picked up, and Gary was there. Now, Gary's a trail angel. He picks everybody up and ferries them back. He won't take a penny, won't take anything for it. So Mo stopped because there was 3 hikers. Gary was picking 3 hikers up. It's getting late now. It's 7:30. It's dark. So Mo says to Gary, "Are you taking those guys up to, up into Kearny? Because there's no room left. There's no room. It's all booked up." So he said, "They want something to eat first." I said, he goes, "Well, look, if they can't find anything up there, by all means bring them back down to my place and they can put the tent up in the garden, because she's got a massive big back garden." So as he's talking to her, obviously the wind has wound down. And I'm looking at these 3 hikers. One of them's about my age, so we nodded at each. He was called Gary, as it turned out. His name was Gary as well. So Gary is looking at me, taking a quick, sideward look 2 or 3 times. He said, so I nodded to him. I says, "Gary," he says, "Didn't I give you a lift last year from so-and-so and so-and-so?" I says, "No, that weren't me, Gary." I said, "You did give me a lift. You gave me a lift from Kearny into down to here." And as soon as he heard me away, he goes, "I remember you. I picked you up outside the grocery store with some other lads, didn't I?" I says, "Yeah." He said, "I swear to God," this is what he said. He goes, "Your bucket list." I swear to God, that's how he said it, bucket list. I went, and I started laughing. The reason why he said that was last year, when he came to pick us up outside the grocery store, I jumped in the back. Now Gary, he's got a Jeep this year. Last year he had an old flatbed with no tailgate. So I jumped in. I threw my rucksack in the back, jumped in the back. He said, "What are you doing?" I said, "There's room in the cab." I said, "No, Gary, I'm all right. I'm fine, honestly." He said, "There's a perfectly good spot in the passenger seat, comfy, air conditioning." I said, "Gary, I'm all right. Honestly, I'm fine." I said, "Look," I said, "this is one of my bucket list items. I want to get a ride in the back of a pickup in America. We can't do this in England. We'd get arrested. So it's a bucket list item for me. I want to do it." So he's gone into his car, got his phone out of the glove compartment, come back in and took a photograph of this crazy Englishman that were on a bucket list item. And he remembered it. And that's what he said. He goes, "Oh, I remember you, your bucket list." Tried to do my accent. What a class act. But yeah, Gary, love you to death, man. Hope to see you again next year. I'm looking at doing it southbound next year. So stay good, man. Stay healthy. Thanks for all you do, brother. Really mean it. Thank you. See what I mean? That's a cool guy. Yeah, I'm looking forward to meeting him again as well, and getting into Kearny, because Kearny's a cool place. It's got everything you need. Whew. Right, I'm going to stop in a bit and have a good drink of water. There's the local train that's leaving the copper mine with all the ore. I'm guessing it's ore. That's leaving the mine, that one. And I'm really, really glad that I've seen him, because there's a little shortcut that I'm going to take which involves walking up the railway line, and I've been hearing him peeping his horn for about an hour, and I thought he was just parked up, which he may have been. But now I don't mind jumping on the railway track and avoiding that train. Yeah. And there's the bridge, look. Obviously over the river. And here I am on the railway line. It doesn't save you that much in mileage wise, but it will with time, because the trail goes up and over all this bumpy, see this bumpy stuff to the left? You do go quite, you've got to get up quite high, and then you're going in and out of drainages, up and down, and then you come down right at the end to the trailhead, where this, obviously, it's pretty damn flat all the way. So yeah. Here I am, Kelvin. Well, I'm gonna have a quick drink, because there's the tap, look. Push down. Right, there we go. What can I say? And then I want to see if I've got a signal. If not, if I have, I'll give Gary a ring. If not, I'll be walking to the end of this road, pick the highway up, and then stick my thumb out. Right, I'm sat at this lovely spot. I've just got some nice cool water. Didn't need to filter it. I've done 13 miles for 9:30. Well, it wasn't even 9:30. See, that's what you can put that sort of effort in when you're not red hot and sweating and boiling up. Anyway, what can I say? I've just rung Gary up, and his answer, so is that Gary? He says, yeah. I said, yeah, I'm Gary. I said, I'm a hiker from the UK. My trail name's Thunderbird. I said, but you'll like to call me Bucket List. He goes, I remember you. You like to sit in the back of a truck, don't you? He remembered me, yeah. So he's going to be 20 minutes, half an hour, and he's going to pick me up and take me to Kearny. So I should be in Kearny for around 10 o'clock, which is just fantastic. But yeah, he was laughing down the phone. Yeah, you're the one that likes to sit in the back of a truck, aren't you? What a quality guy, he really, really is. Quality guy. I can't wait to see him again. I can't. I'm so happy he's still up and about and agile and doing what he loves doing. I'll show you around Kearny. I don't think I've shown you around Kearny before. I may have done, I can't remember. But this is quite a short video, so I'll show you around Kearny. Oh, one more thing I'd like to just say while I'm waiting for Gary. The feelings you get when you're out on trail. I'm talking to hikers, through hikers, but anybody else that wants to listen, this is what we go through. You tend to see the best. You know, we take videos and photographs showing you the best of the best. Because it looks good, and it really does. But there's days where you're just having such a tough day, such a tough day, and it's hot. There's not enough water, and the water you've got's warm. You've got 6 days of food on your back. It's tough, and the terrain's really rugged, really remote. It's really, really tough. You go through some tough days. And then when you get nearer to a trail town, like I've been getting nearer to this trail town, especially after a 6-day trek, you start to think about, I usually think about a petrol station, so I can go and get some 3 or 4 Gatorades or Powerades or whatever and sit outside and just drown in them, just something cool. But I think, personally, I deserve a reception something like this. But instead, this is what I get. Yeah, I think I deserve a bit better, don't you? But anyway, like I say, I'll show you around Kearny and we'll take it from there. Well, this is pretty much Kearny. Like I say, it's all in quite a big square, so you've got no walking to do, but there's not a great deal. There's the supermarket over the road there, look. There we go. And that building on the corner there, that's the General Kearny Inn. I'll show you a little bit of that. I've just been to the post office and mailed my box to a Colossal Cave, my resupply box. Right, I'll show you the General Kearny in a bit. Quick look round my room. It's a bit early, but I've just nipped out to get a coffee in the little makeshift kitchen that we've got. There's my shower room. This is like the inside of the motel, like a quadrangle look. Very nice. And I'm just in here trying to warm some coffee up. It's like a kitchen. Right, that's me, coffee time. Alright, good morning. I'm going to end this video here, but I just need to tie things up. Yesterday when when Gary picked me up, we was heading up back here. We had a good laugh about the circumstances that we knew each other, and he says, the amount of people I've told that story to. So we're heading down the main highway, and the first time I did this trail, the Arizona Trail, I hitchhiked in because I didn't know about Gary, and I was hitchhiking in, and a young lady stopped to pick me up called Jodie. Now, unbeknown to me, Jodie was Gary's daughter, and she took over the pizza place because Gary and his wife had retired. I didn't know any of this, so she dropped me off at the pizza place. We got to know each other a little bit, and then a year later, I'm going to give you the short version. I was doing the Grand Enchantment Trail and my phone wasn't working. It wouldn't start, and it had been raining all day. I thought it was wet, so I managed to get into Kearny, and I was sat in the pizza place again, wondering how the hell I'm going to get to Phoenix to get my phone fixed. So Jodie came up to the counter. We looked at each other. I says, "Hiya, Jodie." She goes, "Oh, hiya." I said, "Yeah." I said, we've met before." She goes, "Oh, I remember you." She heard my accent. "Didn't I give you a lift last year from?" I said, "Yeah, you picked me up, you get in your hitch in." She goes, so how's things going then? What's happening?" I said, "Well, I'm in a bit of a pickle actually," and I told her the tale. And she goes, "Well, hang on a minute then." So she went round the back, came back with her phone, sat down. She goes, "What does it say? The error thing." So I told her what it was. So she Googled it, and she says, "Yeah, you've been putting the wrong security number in. You're on coding." I went, "I wasn't putting it," and then Penny, I thought, oh man. I've been putting my phone, because it was raining, in my inside pocket, facing inwards, and obviously it had been rubbing on my chest, and the phone thought I was trying to open it, wrong code. So it says leave for 5 minutes, which I did, and then it came up, and I'm like, oh my, I could have kissed her, because I thought my phone was okay, like. So as we're coming up the road, I said to Gary, I said, "This is about that spot where Jodie picked me up 3 years ago when I did the Arizona Trail." And then I told him the tale about, with the wet phone. And he says, "Yeah, well, she's no longer with us." He says she took ill last year, and eventually she passed away, liver cancer, 41 years old, 2 young kids. So it just really upset me, and I was just sat with my head in my hands sort of thinking, I saw Gary, I had no idea, I am so sorry. He says, "Look, what's done's done." He said, "I'm just really happy that you've got fond memories of her." So that's where I am. I'll give you the real short version, obviously. Oh, one little thing I will say, when we got here, it was about 10 to 10, something like that, and there was a lady, you can't check in well 4 o'clock here. Well, Gary knows everybody in town, and we got out and we were having a chat, and then he goes, oh hello, I forget her name now. He said, this young man's here to check in, he's got a ready, you know, blah blah blah. And she goes, oh well, we've got some spare rooms that don't need cleaning, I might be able to sort him out. So she made a phone call, and then another lady came. I was in my room for 10:30. Gary, top man, my friend. And obviously when we said that, he went his perky self, and he may be going away for the weekend with his wife, so I'll sort another lift out back to the trailhead. But I did say to Gary, I said, look Gary, I will give you a ring, not because I'm needy, but I'd rather, you know, say goodbye to you than somebody I don't know. So if you're going to be here, I'll give you. He said, are you okay with it? Well, yeah, no problem. If I'm here, we'll sort something out. So that's where I am. So that's where I'm going to end this video. Once again, thanks for watching. I'm sorry it's on a sad note, but one other thing. I've got a black eye, as you can probably see. I better tell you about that. I didn't even know I got it until I went for a shower. No idea. I fell over yesterday quite hard actually on trail. I've got, you know, I cut myself there. If you can see that, that's got, both knees got scraped. Scratches up and down, all up and down there, look. But obviously I think I hit my trekking, when I went over I went right, I did smack, body slammed down, because I was going downhill, slammed on the damn trail. And I thought I'd hit myself in the face, but my main thing was my body, my bum bag. It was packed with all heavy stuff, and it just went, it slammed right into my butt lower, so that hurt more than anything. So I've hit myself in the eye. I don't know exactly how, but yeah. Anyway, thanks for watching, like I say, and I shall see you in the next one, hopefully.